Episode 24 of Dwarf Academy, and so we finally got our dwarves training in the gym, and I think the archers. I just had a quick mess around there. So the oily lakes are the archers. I'll set them to train, and they'll come back in now. And so that's the guard. The guard are archers, and the barricaded tundras are our melee squad. I think they're wrestlers now, pump operators. This is he's got good discipline. This guy's got good discipline, adequate fighter. They're just novice wrestlers. They haven't trained for very long yet. Rusty. This guy was a rusty furnish operator. Now he's a rusty, adequate wax operator as well. But they're going to be getting good skills in pumping and in wrestling. Very soon we're going to get them armoured up and we're going to put them into the danger room. We did need to make a bunch of mechanisms and spears, wooden spears for the upright spears in the danger room. And we've had some problems with the availability of rock. I think we need to start thinking about that. We've got some chalk to construct with. Let's go down to the mines, and we could dig a bunch of chalk out. Chalk's that's all we're really using for anything at the moment. We've got some nice blue stone there. We could dig out some yellow stone, just for colour. That's not a pun. It is a pun. Get a bit of stone stockpiled. We did say that we wanted to try and get some more dwarves working on these. So again, even the feeder pile now is chocked up with stone. So it might be worth us even building a second, like a second pile feeding into this cart, into this mine cart. Uses swords, dwarf, human maceman. Come to relax and slay beasts. It's currently wandering down the restricted rail track. Let's hope he doesn't get killed. The hospital's empty, which is a good sign. We were focusing on our mayor, who is now got a bunch of stuff that he needed, and we can allocate him a throne room. And we can put a door in this room as well, gold door. This doesn't look like a gold door. Isn't it? It isn't. I think he deserves a gold door. We've got one. So we'll remove that door using Q and X, and it just needs a weapon rack and an armor stand, which we have queued up from steel. Still haven't made it. There's something happening. It's just quite annoying. We queued up a bunch of armor. I'm hoping that was made. I'm sure we had queued up a steel armor stand. And a steel weapon rack. Oh, and we forgot to pay any attention to this mooded crafts dwarf. Seems to have everything he needs. He's we've got some masterful scroll rollers in there, but it looks like he's brought in a bunch of bone, some iron bars, maybe. Okay, and he'll make something nice. We did actually have another artifact made. We're going to build another display pedestal, which we'll put here. And we could probably build another one So yeah, it looks like metal crafter. Oh, we've run out of fuel. So we did have a supply chain. Smelters, smelting fuel, and iron, and that's all gone to pot. There is fuel. There's plenty of fuel. We need to get that into the stockpile. Yeah, there's certainly a problem with a stone stockpile. It seems to have got itself into a bit of a state. I'm not too sure that any dwarves are using this. Let's have a look at the route. Just check the route. This is a stone route. So we're taking from this stockpile 13 and pushing north when it's full. And we're taking stone. I mean, it must be working to some extent, because we have had some other bits and bobs drop into it. It's possible we just need to spend some time. We've got a few guys working on storing. We've got a lot of capacity of guys who aren't doing anything. So let's build another stone stockpile. And see if we can get some extra capacity going. Got another soldier. And we made another artifact. That's excellent. And quite likely we're then going to have another legendary bone crafter. We should have plenty of bone up here now. This guy's they're making these rock pots that we'd ordered earlier. We can decorate with shell. We can decorate with we can decorate with bone. And we could make some more clothes, and those will get decorated as well. We were making things for our military hoods, and capes, cloaks. And we want to make sure we're making plenty of mechanisms. Go back to the mine. We went deeper, didn't we? So we're digging out some chalk. That's going to be useful for making mechanisms. We've got some extra bits and bobs here, and we've got a seam of silver or galena. Galena. It's an ore of silver. Probably got some more birds we can put in here. Oh, an armadillo sow. Great horned owl. We may have, I don't know, these might be with the trader. We still haven't traded. Right, what do we want? We've got some musical instruments. Milk, ale, various items of flour, sugar, quicklime, gypsum plaster, dwarven wheat. These are all the powders that we'd asked for. This is good. we're just gonna. We'll have loads of stores of powders now. We'll maybe take some leather just in case we want to use that. We don't have a lot of leather. We haven't been able to butcher a lot of animals. Take all this meat and a few fruit and veg. Okay, and quivers, backpacks for the military, because I probably won't have, just because I won't get around to making those at this rate. Some crutches, and there's no books. Okay, that's we're making a lot of profit, but that's good. It's all exported. It's just exports, so that's all good. We don't want to go over the top. It's ecstatic. No wonder he's ecstatic. He's made a lot of profit there, and we no longer need a trader in the depot. So it's winter, the fields are fallow, and I suspect that we may need to build some more coffins. The Baron Consort. So we've had some fatalities in the goblins. Well, they weren't at. Maybe. I'm not sure how all these dwarves have died. Possibly visiting dwarves are buried. We definitely lost some visiting dwarves during the siege. So we need some coffins. Before we start becoming haunted, if we have a look at the corpse stockpile, goblins. Looks like we may have some dead elves and dead goblins. I don't know that they may be too close for comfort. All these dwarves will be having thoughts about these corpses. I think it's maybe better to have a corpse pile maybe dig a pile into the ground, but then they're outside. They need to be outside really, otherwise miasma. Certainly it's possible to build a corpse pile in a fix, get all the corpses onto that pile and then seal it up. We probably should have done that at the time when we had our first fatalities of foreigners. We built a bunch of rock pots, so let's carry on brewing. Let's see if we can make some slurry. I think we might have a paper maker. Let's just check. Oh, no, we don't have a paper maker. It can be a miller as well. We've got a miller, a couple of millers. Let's see. That should be okay. Merchants are off. I don't know if that muted. Otherwise, there might have been a big cough. I'm suspected. I maybe hope it's not coronavirus. I'm certainly not going to make any jokes about that. It's pretty dire at the moment. Still early days, but I think it's going to be pretty terrible. Making plans for what happens if nurseries close. If my partner has to be at the hospital. for extra hours, that kind of thing. If members of the family get ill, it's time to start thinking quite seriously about staying in the house, not going to the shops if you don't need to go. I've done some exercises in my room today rather than going to the gym, but it's pretty cold and windy outside, so maybe that's why I didn't really want to go to the gym. We might eventually get all our dwarves in bedrooms in this episode. Yeah, we really don't have many left home, and I'm really hoping we can fit them all in to this residential plaza. And I think we are okay. I think we're going to do that. A ranger and his wife, well, likewise. So they're the last couple to go in. We'll still have soldiers and monster killers. There we go. And they'll need to be quartered as well. But I think if we do run out of capacity, I'm assuming that monster hunter must already be in a relationship with one of the residents and hasn't had to be quartered. Oh, there we go. The Axe Dwarf. So 108 dwarves. And the fort's still going. Okay, so another stone stockpile. I don't really want it to be in the stairwell. Let's chuck a couple of wheelbarrows in there, 5 wheelbarrows. And hopefully that'll bring another 5 dwarves onto the workforce. And the route, stone route, is going to take from this pile as well. Right. I don't feel that'll busy our dwarves up. We could probably chop some more wood. Well, we remember we still have to get the well online. We were very lucky with that short siege. And no requirement for water. And we don't want to push our luck. There we go. We've got all these dwarves training. What I can do rather than take them off the job is just the barricaded chunders. We just put them onto train. And then I hope that they will stop being pump operators. And they'll leave that task. And then just by taking them on and off active duty, they'll switch between training in the barracks and training at the pump. I'm not sure who this guy is. Ushria. He's a pump operator. I thought Ushria was one of Ushria Zolakel. Ushria Zolakel. Yeah, I thought he was in one of our squads. He is. Okay, but we're only calling for 3 dwarves at a time in this squad. So this Ushria is just doing the pump operating while he's not on duty. Okay, so while these guys are on duty, one of them will be pump operating, the other 3 will be training as wrestlers. We can see that they're in an individual combat drill at the moment. I think, yeah, go to combat training, individual combat drill. we can expand the pump room, and we can recruit some more soldiers presently. How are we doing for ammunition? I mean, the arrows aren't much use to us. These are arrows that have been shot by goblins, I believe, and they're automatically forbidden. Some of these will be death items as well, where dwarves or our enemies have been felled. I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, copper arrows that have been shot at animals by the invading goblins. And hopefully we should have built these. Oh, we needed fuel, didn't we? So that's about it for this episode, I think. We need to make some charcoal, and we need to restart the. And then in the next episode, we're going to restart our smelting operation. Alright then, dwarves everywhere in the world, be happy, strike the earth, cheerio.